Well, on that note, one of the biggest developments this weekend didn't come from what happened on the track, but from a TV interview with Shane van Gisbergen. On the last episode of Grid Tonight, we talked about SVG signing a multi-year contract extension to stay at Red Bull Ampol Racing and Supercars. During a TV interview, it appears that he slipped up and revealed it's only until the end of the 2024 season. He talked about wanting to do more dirt and rally racing, including more interest in racing in America over Europe, and that brings to mind, of course, the heavy rumors regarding him being a candidate for the Project 91 Trackhouse car. Joe, after SVG revealed this new information and confirmed he's talked to teams outside of Supercars, is this a sign he may leave the series in the near future for a new challenge?
I would say yes, and I think especially for our viewers that have been following us for a while, especially the grid ranking, Shane van Gisbergen is a very talented racer. The nice part, especially for viewers that have been watching through the grid ranking as well, you may not have heard of Shane van Gisbergen much, except when we talk about supercars, but this guy can race. He was so impressive last year in the Rally New Zealand in a WRC2 car to get a podium and finish in the top 10 of that rally race. First time a driver in the same season scored in two different disciplines in the grid ranking. Shane van Gisbergen, I think, has a lot of potential to go to the NASCAR Cup Series. Won't be the first time. Marcus Ambrose did that same route from Supercars to NASCAR. But with Shane van Gisbergen, I think he has a lot of potential to race in the United States. If he is that driver that's being rumored for the Project 91, that'll be a huge opportunity for him to show what he can do. Maybe go race in America like he wants. I would not be surprised if an IndyCar team might be talking to him, get everyone by surprise. And World Rally Championship, I think Matt might be better at answering that, but I think potentially a WRC2 seat if he wants to before going to the main level. Shane van Gisbergen, a lot of potential, and I think it'll be a loss for the Supercar series, but for his career, wherever he goes, I think he'll be competitive.
Yeah, for sure. That was quite an interview that I did not expect to see at all. And I can't think of the person who was interviewing. I think it was Jess Yates. Anybody can correct me if I'm wrong, but she asked the question in a way where SVG admitted that his contract runs out at the end of 2024, and then you could see the expression on his face. He was like, "Oh my God, did I just say that?" And now it caused a lot of people to start talking. It really seems like that SVG is ready for a new challenge. I mean, he doesn't have anything else left to prove in Supercars. He's pretty much done everything that you can possibly do. So the only thing you can just do at this point is just continue to stack up race wins and in championships. He's won the great race, the Bathurst 1000. When you have championships, you won Bathurst, all these different great tracks. And in Australia, like what else can you do in the Supercar series? So it would not surprise me if he decides that to leave Supercars at the end of 2024 and start 2025 brand new racing in America, whether it's switching to NASCAR, IndyCar. I know it would be fun to see SVG and Scott McLaughlin go up against each other once again in a different racing series, or as you mentioned, Joe, potentially try out World Rally Championship or maybe do some dirt racing here in America. I'm sure a lot of people will be excited to see Shane van Gisbergen racing against the best on dirt, like a Christopher Bell or Kyle Larson, and looking at what SVG has accomplished in Supercars so far. Right now, he's tied for 8th on the all-time list for drivers' championship, tied with Scott McLaughlin, Craig Lowndes, and Peter Brock. If he gets another one this year, he'll move into a tie for 5th all-time. He's currently 4th on the all-time race wins list in Supercars, only behind Mark Scave, Craig Lowndes, and Jamie Whincup. So there's really not a lot more for SVG to accomplish down under. And Adam Limmery says to you think that the championship is going to come down to SVG and Brody Kostecki, two incredible drivers. Totally agree. Hopefully we get a really competitive battle this year in Supercars.
I think it's a shame there were only 2 road courses on the schedule when Marcus Ambrose was here in the NASCAR Cup Series. I think if SVG wanted to, with how many road courses we have nowadays, it could be an opportunity for him to really make some noise if he were to run a full season. But even if he just comes over for a few starts in the Project 91 car, I think it's always great to see some crossover in the world of motorsports, and we'll see what the future holds for SVG.